Welcome to Amazing Buys, where we discuss shopping, fragrance, and do reviews. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the notification bell, like and subscribe, and let's see what's new at Ulta. Starting off with the collection that I meant to show you in my last Ulta walkthrough, Ulta Beauty has come out with their own body care with a matching mist and like a little gift that comes with it. So the first one is Sweet Vanilla Cream. This has notes of vanilla and toasted hazelnut. I would say that those notes are pretty accurate. It did have cozy vibes, but these are very light scented. I thought the matching cozy socks were very cute, but kind of plain for $10, I would say. These do have matching body washes. So the next one is Frosted Starlight with notes of frosted bergamot and midnight orchid. This was the floral out of the collection, specifically a nighttime floral, if that makes sense. It did have a slight sweet citrus scent in the beginning, but the floral took over it. It really reminded me of something of Bath & Body Works. Wildberry Glaze is the last in the collection with notes of wildberry jam and sparkling citrus. This one was my favorite, but again, this isn't quite up to my standards as far as a body mist. It's a little too light, so that's why I said it seemed like it was aimed at maybe younger kids or something. I don't know. I wouldn't personally purchase any of these because they're not even as strong as Bath & Body Works body mist. I did think that the s'more bath bombs were pretty cute in my opinion. That's going for $20. And for the same price, you can get bath sets. Obviously, this is pumpkin themed called Hello Pumpkin. That includes bath confetti, shower jelly, a bath bomb, and a loofah. These are in the scent of Harvest Pumpkin. The second one is called Boo, It's Bath Time in the scent of Autumn Air. If you are into like the original Ulta Beauty body mist, they do have them in mini form, which is going for $6. I already reviewed these, so let's move on to the candles. Ulta Beauty has candles that they come out with every season, and this smells like what they came out with around last fall/Halloween. I literally think these are the same exact candles, they just renamed them, especially the pistachio biscotti, because I specifically remember this one and thought, hey, this smelled like the one from the previous years. The third in the collection is All Hallows Eve. Now this one really does have that fireside ember smell, kind of like the Bath & Body Works one, mixed with vanilla. Let's get to the perfume. So I talked about Kylie Jenner's Mood Stones in my last Ulta walkthrough, but they did not have the testers. Starting off with the specs, the 0.33 ounce is going for $29 and the 1.6 ounce is going for $68. The first one we're going to start off with is Velvet Brew. This has top notes of hazelnut accord and plum accord, middle notes of coffee flower accord and orange blossom accord, and the base is coffee accord and patchouli oil. Velvety is right. This had a smooth, soft hazelnut coffee scent to it, mixed with a little patchouli in there. I actually like this one. Next is Cashmere Muse with top notes of bergamot and mandarin, middle notes of ylang ylang oil and frangipani, and the base is tonka absolute and salted musk. I definitely was getting a burst of that bergamot in the beginning, mixed with the frangipani flower, and it had like a soft, sweet, cozy scent to it. Another pleasant surprise. Next one is Blushwood with top notes of apple accord and rose accord, middle notes of honeysuckle accord and gardenia accord, and the base is vanilla absolute and cedarwood. I was getting a mix of rose and white florals, and I wasn't really getting cedarwood. It was more like a blonde wood. So if I had to rank these, number 3 would be Blushwood, number 2 would be Cashmere Muse, and number 1 would be Velvet Brew. In my opinion, these are much more better than the Cosmic line. Kopari has done a collaboration with Shelby Ann to make brown sugar cream hair and body mist. This is going for $29 with top notes of sea salt, date syrup, and cacao butter, middle notes of jasmine, creamy coconut, and tonka bean, and the base is vanilla, caramel, and sandalwood. This is identical to Charosa 71 by Sol de Janeiro, which is one of my favorites, by the way. There are some slight differences. I would say that Kopari's brown sugar cream has that sea salt in there that Charosa 71 does not. I already reviewed the new Coco Mademoiselle Crush Absolute, but I just want to show you the difference on the display when it comes to Sephora versus Ulta. Ulta was like, y'all are not about to use up our Coco Mademoiselle, okay? I'll spray it on the cotton balls, but y'all ain't about to use it. Had me cracking up in the store. I spotted Okja's Heaven Speak, which is supposed to be inspired by Killian Angel Share. Smelled very similar, just an airier version. Okay, Mr. Bridgerton, Giorgio Armani has come out with I Will. This comes in a couple of different sizes. So the 0.33 ounces going for $38. The 1 ounce is going for $95. The 2 ounces going for $136. And the 3.3 ounces going for $170. This is in the earthy and woody fragrance family. And this has top notes of bergamot, middle notes of vanilla, and the base is wood leather. I feel like this is overall a golden vanilla scent. It wasn't really unique. It wasn't earthy. It wasn't super woody or anything. It did smell masculine, but I don't know. It had like a sultry golden vanilla scent that I feel like was just It had a deep musky scent in the base, but again, not really unique. And I'm just gonna say this because the actor that's on there, it was not very Anthony Bridgerton-like. Okay, moving on to Noteworks, Clean Getaway. I feel like I was really picking up on the apple, laundry accord, and rice notes in here. It smelled like the open air, like laundry being blown in the open air, if that makes sense. Up next is Sunny is a Feeling. I was really picking up on the grapefruit more than the mandarin. It had very strong citrus notes in there, but I did smell the vetiver and cedarwood, which isn't my favorite notes in the world. So this was an okay type of citrus, but not my type of citrus. I already reviewed Room for Dessert. This one is the best out of this line. And the last one is Double Take. I think that this one was a way better citrus than the one that I was talking about earlier. I love the tart apricot that you get on the initial spray. The orange blossom isn't overwhelming, and the sesame milk accord was a nice smooth touch on this fragrance. Yeah, this is definitely a better citrus than that Sunny one in my opinion. I do think that I wouldn't wear either one because it's masculine leaning, but all of these are unisex scents. Max Mara Le Parfum has top notes of duo of tuberose, middle notes of vanilla, and the base is sandalwood and cedarwood. This is in the woody floral fragrance family, and I thought that this was like a mature perfumey scent. I'm picking up a powdery tuberose and vanilla mixture, but even though it's not listed, I detect some type of fruit in here. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what I smelled. Estee Lauder has a new glimmer perfume going for $160. I posted this on my Facebook. This has top notes of raspberry mousse accord, orange flower, and mandarin oil, middle notes of macaron rose accord, rose, vanilla bean, and cashmerean, and the base is shimmering patchouli, amber embrace accord, sandalwood, cedarwood, and tonka bean. Despite the notes, I thought I detected a bright citrus scent in the beginning that turned into a sweeter orange blossom scent. And then I got a mixture of florals and a mineral note. So it's kind of shocking to see some of these scent notes, but again, this one is not for me. It's a little too perfumey. Moving on to Sniff. They have lychee lacquer, which has notes of lychee, nail polish accord, and vanilla. The 1 ounce is going for $68. It smelled like a sweet lychee scent with like a fizzy soda note. I don't know. I know it's weird, but I didn't really pick up nail polish. Moving on to Sol de Janeiro, they have the new Intense Perfume Mist, which I can't wait to talk to you about. At the bottom, they did have these Chirosas to go, but we are focused on the mist. We're going to start off with the newest one, which is Chirosa 74. This has top notes of bergamot, pink pepper, and ripe pineapple, middle notes of plum, orange flower, and aldehydes, and the base is solar ambre accord and vanilla beans. Oh my goodness, on the initial spray, I loved this. It smelled like a golden, solar-y pineapple scent. Very warm and ambery, by the way. I got a little bit of the pink pepper and orange flower in there, but once this started to really set in and dry down, that amberiness just started intensifying more and more. This lasted 5 hours on my skin. I feel like this operates and smells more like a perfume than a body mist. The amberiness was a little too much for me, and that's why I decided to ultimately pass on 74. After a while, I remember thinking to myself, I cannot wait for this to disappear off of my wrist. I do think if you love ambery notes, you will love this collection though. Let's talk about the OG Chirosa 62. This is the intense version. Every note in here is stronger than the OG. Mix it with some amberiness, and that's what 62 intense smells like. 59 was always the cozy one out of the Chirosa collection, so this still has that cozy airiness, but this time wrapped in warm ambery notes. So that seems to be the theme of the intense perfume mist. They are more warm and ambery. I'm gonna have to revisit the Black Opium Pink Glaze because they did not have a tester, unfortunately. I did find the new Way Laurel Canyon, and this has notes of fig leaf, jasmine, and cedarwood. You see that picture on the display with all the flowers and the green stems and leaves? That is exactly what it smells like. If that picture was real and you put your nose in it and give it a big sniff, that is exactly what this smells like. In Hamoud by Ice Spice is officially in stores. This has top notes of cream royal accord, pear, and wild raspberry, middle notes of plum blossom, majestic rose and magnolia, and the base notes are magenta moss, vanilla absolute, and amber. It's been a little over 5 hours and this is still going strong. I feel like at first this smells like a typical rose and vanilla scent. I was thinking to myself, girl, this ain't unique at all. But then other notes started to seep in. I smelled something that smelled like a sparkling berry type of scent, almost like a sparkling drink. And I was like, ooh, what is that? So whatever that was started really elevating this scent. The complete dry down smells like a fruity floral scent, so I would say that this isn't exactly unique, but it is nicer than what I thought it would be. On the back of this display, they had a couple of fragrances that I've never heard of, and I'm gonna have to revisit because they didn't have any testers. Honestly, it looks like it's a whole collection and maybe they didn't completely put it out yet, so I don't know. Also underneath it, I seen Usher and was like, what is this? What is this? Again, what is this? I remember trying out the original Just Moi Juicy Couture. Now they have an intense version. I think that this smells sweeter and muskier than the OG. The notes stick out a little bit more, but especially the dry down, you're getting more of that caramelized, sweeter, muskier scent than the OG. My goodness, this video was longer than I expected, almost to the finish line. So I did see a benefit display. They had a couple of different collections. This brow set is going for $38. For just $1 more, this trio set comes with a lip tint, mascara, and something for the brows. A whole glam golf set going for $40. I'm not too familiar with Benefit, but I do see it around. It looks like Kylie Cosmetics has some new lip kits for matte, glossy, and a plumping matte set. Some people love her kits, some people hate it. This is new at Ulta. Noise has a new set for $89. This is part of their Milk the Perfume set. I don't know, I think this is a little pricey for 3 minis. If you missed the first Harry Potter and Orly collaboration, it is back. They are selling the cat eye wand. This gives your nails that wavy, glittery, shimmery effect that I love seeing on nails. My goodness, I remember when they first released these products got snatched up real quick. So if you are really wanting these items, get them quick. There are a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. They brought back the glow-in-the-dark toppers, as well as the crackle and matte black nail polish. And the last items were the multicolored toppers. The shelf underneath it was Kiss Haunt collection for press-on nails. I feel like some of these, especially the one with the rose, could be used all year round. At the bottom they have the Impress minis and then some of the shorter nails if you don't want anything that's too long. On another display they have the Glamnetics, which are pretty much Halloween and fall themed. I feel like these are really pretty to look at. Ooh, I like that pumpkin one. But again, like I said in my previous videos, these are not for me. Winky Lux has some new lip libations. So these are based off of drinks. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know too much about Winky Lux. I know that they had some viral products before. Comment below if you've ever tried their products and let me know what you think. So I've seen some cat's eye products in Target recently. So I guess they're doing some heavy promotions. They did a collaboration with Matrix, and this is pretty much hair care products. For the last items I want to show you are these NYX Squishy SOS. These are pretty much hydrating lip masks that you can use day and night and is supposed to provide you with hydration for 12 hours. That is it for my walkthrough and review. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun, stay blessed, and happy shopping.